Starting Boxcutter is as easy as clicking the Boxcutter icon in the T panel. Alternatively, you can exit Boxcutter by choosing a different active tool or just pressing W to change your active tool over to select. In addition to being able to start Boxcutter by just clicking the icon, you could also use the hotkey of Alt W. The hotkey of Alt W a subsequent time will actually switch you over to Hops tool if you have HardOps installed, and pressing Alt W will allow you to switch back, allowing you to use Hops tool and Boxcutter interchangeably depending on what you're needing to do in your workflow. However, whenever you press Alt W, the top bar will begin showing, and so if we were to press Control Alt Spacebar to maximize our view and we press Alt W, notice that it now reveals our top bar, which is something that normally you would have to activate by right-clicking around the top of the screen in order to get it to show, and it won't actually show in full screen. So we actually took some special precautions to make sure that whenever you're in full screen and you press Alt W, you get access to your top bar. Another thing, as strange as it is in the event that you're in sculpting mode and you're sculpting in full screen, you can press Alt W to bring back your sculpt toolbar using Boxcutter. I had it where Boxcutter is able to bring back your sculpt toolbar as well in the event that you're needing it, and just letting you know that it's there for you just in case. So we'll press Control N and we'll just go back to a new file where we're starting Boxcutter. By pressing Alt W, we can start it, and even if we have the top bar off, for example, we turn off Show Header, we can press Alt W, we can see that it shows back up. In the event that you're just a top bar hater and you just don't want your top bar showing at all, we can just disable the top bar, and inside of the dpi for Boxcutter, whenever we have it started, we could just go under behavior, and under, I believe, display, under input, there's going to be an option for us to be able to enable top bar. And so by toggling this off, we can now make it where whenever we press Alt W, we're able to start Boxcutter and begin cutting without having to even look at the top bar. And we can still press Alt W, switch back and forth between Hops tool and Boxcutter. But for the most part, starting Boxcutter is just as easy as pressing Alt W or choosing the icon over in the N panel or in the T panel. Whenever it comes to the N panel also has a way of starting Boxcutter. So I chose a different tool to exit Boxcutter. And if we look at the Boxcutter area, we see that there's no information really showing, except if we click on the words activate Boxcutter, it will also activate Boxcutter. So we did everything in our power to make Boxcutter as easy to start as possible.